Hey, what's going on, folks? Happy Saturday. Hope you're doing well. I am very excited for today's stream. And Esper, thank you for the raid just as we were getting started here. Really appreciate that. We are doing the long-awaited, the sub-goal Pokemon Emerald Nuzlocke. This will be my first real attempt at it that'll hopefully last beyond the first gym. I did attempt it like probably over 10 years ago at this point, also with Emerald. So I love Pokemon Emerald. It's my favorite Pokemon game. It's in my top 10 games of all time. I hope that I will not have a ton of bloodshed. I think I'll be naming the Pokemon after shatters. I might have like different parameters. We'll figure out how we'll name them as we get there, but it'll be interesting. Before we get to that, we have JTD's Blooket debut. This is all Heartless trivia. Believe it or not, we have not done a trivia just about Heartless in either Kahoot or Blooket yet, so this should be pretty interesting. I'm going to get the code up, and you can play along at home. Let's see. There you go. Hope you enjoyed the sort of kill count video. A few people guessed it outside of the patrons, but not too many. Some people guessed the... I feel like more people guessed the funny video. And Omasorba guessed the normal KH1 run. So sometimes the projects are predictable, sometimes they're not. 18,000, yeah, it's a little over. It's a little over. I was wrong about a lot of things in this video. I might make a follow-up. It's not often that I'm that wrong, and it's pointed out to me that quickly. But I also don't make many videos that are sort of like objective reporting, I guess. And, you know, outside of, like, Keynote and making me thumbnails, I am, like, a team of one, so things are going to slip through the cracks. If I had, like, a designated paid KH2 trash man to, like, you know, fact check if I'm wrong about... I'm going to complain. I'm going to make a video. It's really going to be an excuse to complain about KH2 again. And I know that that's, like, so regular pat at this point, but it's just, like, God, why? I was just flabbergasted to learn as I, you know, read through the comments, because that's really the worst thing, is being wrong on the internet, and it's like right after you upload, right after, because you know, that video was my life for like, I don't know, like half a month, I guess, 2-3 weeks, and then you find out, oh, I was wrong about several things. But you know, I try to take that in stride, as long as people aren't rude about it, and nobody was really rude in correcting me. So I was happy to update my spreadsheet in the pinned comment. But what I feel bad about is that, like, you know, nearly 20,000 people have viewed that video, and I think, you know, if we're just going by thumbs up on the pinned comment, it's like, you know, around 100 people have read the pinned comment. So I think I might make a short follow-up sometime next week that addresses the errors. They're not too egregious. I mean, here's the thing. The count is off by 50. That's the thing. It's actually 50 less than it appears if you're going by the most pacifistic as possible. I mean, 50 is not a lot in the grand scheme of things, but it's like, you know, I wish it wasn't that substantial. Basically, with the World Terminus, the whole thing with, like, doing all 3 worlds, like Monstro, Atlantica, Halloween Town, because... So the whole twist is that even though Halloween Town has, like, 12 murders, doing it is actually preferable because there's 14 kills in the World Terminus room. So if you don't do Halloween Town, you have to do its World Terminus. So you actually save Heartless by doing that entire world. But for some reason, I forgot that you only have to do 2 of the worlds. I talked about this in the video, but I just forgot to piece 2 and 2 together. So Monstro has no World Terminus, so if you fight Parasite Cage, that's needless. You can just do Atlantica, not do Atlantica's World Terminus, do Halloween Town, not do its World Terminus, and then skip Monstro, because Monstro has no World Terminus. So you don't have to kill the Parasite Cage to be as pacifistic as possible. Another thing, and Dorzo, what's going on? Thank you for the 17 months there. Another thing is that, so at the very start of the video, in Traverse Town, I talk about how... By the way, let me get this pinned, and you can... I'm blabbering here, but I have a lot to get off my chest. What's up, Carly? It's Carl! Carl! I'll pin that message. You go to play.blooket.com, enter that code, enter a name. It's fun, it's fancy, it's free. There's the 5 Shadows thing in Traverse Town. So, growing up, and I talked about this in the video, it's so funny because all 3 of the things I said actually are true. But as a kid, I was like, oh, you have to, like, see all these DNG scenes or, like, make it to the 3rd district. Neither of those alone will get you to progress to the Leon fight. And then I found out, as I got older and read online, that you have to kill 5 shadows. All 3 of them are true to an extent. You can kill 5 shadows. That's the quickest way. That's why it's the way that we always talk about and hear about, because most people want you to just get through it as quickly as possible. But you can also see all 4 scenes where Donald and Goofy just miss you in Traverse Town. You have to go into the hotel, the Gizmo shop, the alleyway, and the Dalmatian's house, and also go to the 3rd district. If you only go to the 3rd district, or only see those 4 scenes, it will not trigger the Leon fight. You can do those 2 things together, or kill the 5 shadows, and that progresses it. So it's like, mind blown on that. That totally changed my perception of the early game. And then another thing, this isn't to do with the Heartless kill count, but I have always done 2 rides on the Dolphin to get to Ursula's lair. You have to do the first time to get to the ship, to get the Crystal Trident, and then even in this footage, or in this playthrough, this file, I unlocked the shortcut in the Sunken Ship area with the geyser in the big chest near the grotto, and I always thought it was a one-way trip, because it is one-way the first time you do it. If you get the chest out of the geyser, you can't go back in until you leave the room and then come back, and then it is a 2-way shortcut. I have never known that. And yeah, thank you, Barnabas. Let's get to this now. So here's all the Cage 2 things. There are 6 mob fights in Cage 2 that you can just lose, and there's no consequence whatsoever. And those were all pointed out to me. I knew about 2 of them, so 4 of them were pointed out to me. I knew about in Beast Castle, the first visit, there's all the shadows. I know we're taking a long time on this, but I don't know what else I'm going to talk about it besides this video. There's all the shadows, and you don't have to beat the shadows. Beast will come in regardless and throw sword across the room. There's also the Luna Bandits in Aggrable 1. You can lose to those, and I think I knew that because I did lose to them in my critical level 1 file when I played on stream. So there's those 2. I didn't talk about those in the video, but I didn't, because I just knew that you don't have to fight those things to progress. There's also the shadows that Pete sends after you in Mysterious Tower. There's 9 shadows. I don't know who in the history of the world, of the planet, has died to the 9 shadows that Pete sends, but you can. To get the footage, like, not to get the footage, but to test it out, like, to verify after I saw the comment, I went in, and Donald and Goofy will kill them if you just stand there. Like, they're that powerful. Maybe it was because I was on beginner, but I had to, like, turn their AI off again and make sure they didn't do that. And even still, the shadows will run into Goofy's shield, and Goofy's shield will kill them because it just does that. So you'll lose, like, 2-3 shadows doing that. Like, it's so hard to die on this. And if you do lose all of your HP, or if you get low enough, the cutscene afterwards is not altered at all. Even though I think a KH1 scene would do that. But Pete acts like you just slaughtered all of his Heartless, even though they just slaughtered you. So there's that scene. There's the first mobs in Halloween Town and HT1. You don't have to beat those. There are the mobs that steal the 100 Acre Wood Book and Radiant Guardian. You don't have to kill those. And there are the ones, the Space Paranoids ones outside of Merlin's house. You don't have to kill those either. So it's like, why is the game being so generous to you as late as Space Paranoids 2? I think it's so stupid. So I'm going to address all of that in a follow-up, I think. Because I was wrong like 6 or 7 times if you take everything into account. So yeah. But other than that, I think it was a fun video. I'm glad that most people seem to like it. I'm glad the mistakes were caught early and I could address them in the pinned comment. Anyway, that's true, Shiverburn, yeah. Also, if you lose to Cypher at the beginning, there's a Setzer and a Cypher alternate scene. Cypher when you're fighting him, like after you pick your struggle bat in the Sandlot. But there's also the Cypher one in the tournament, so... Yeah, but they're boring details, Barnabas. Like, I don't get it. Like, I get the Pete Shadow thing, even though it seems impossible. Although the Dusks and the Dusk and the Creepers in the Station Plaza, you can die to those too. In fact, like, you can't beat them. You're just gonna either get hit enough or time will run out and Mickey will show up. But those weren't Heartless, so I didn't talk about it. I get why that is, and even why the Pete Shadows thing, because, like, it's early game, right? Like, you're still getting your bearings. KH1 would let you lose to Darkside 1, Leon, Cloud, and Treehouse Sabor. But why is it, like, taking such pity on you in Halloween Town and then right before Space Paranoids 2? Like, that's so late game. There's no excuse to be letting the player lose to those mobs. Okay, anyway, let's do this. This is JTD's Blooket debut. It's all about Heartless. It's just a general Heartless trivia, which, believe it or not, we have not had until June of 2023. 358-9630. In honor of my son, I'll be Presto Pat, because he's a Heartless. Boom. And I'm guessing Baka took my giraffe. Let's see. The dregs of Blook society are left. I will be the walrus. Okay, Heartless, Heartless, Heartless. Yeah, it's very, very on brand considering the video we just did. Okay. What? Oh my god. Almost Sorbit's Presto as well. God, well, one of us has to change. And it's not going to be me. It's probably not going to be Almost Sorbit either. So we'll twin. Okay, here we go. It is JTD's Heartless Trivia. 25 questions. Which Heartless is this? Red Caprice, Red Rhapsody, Red Nocturne, or Red Requiem? This is a cousin of Presto. We call them the Prismatic Melody line in my circle. That's a color and then a music. That's the format there for these. It is, in fact, Red Nocturne. Even though Red Rhapsody does have the alliteration bonus, I think it's Blue Rhapsody because of Rhapsody in Blue, which I think was a Fantasia thing. I think that's the intentional reference there. But yeah, it's Blue Rhapsody, Green Requiem, and Gray Caprice are the real ones there. Gray Caprice, I think, is Cage 2 or Days. I didn't have to kill any for this video, so that's one thing about the video, is that maybe it helped you learn some Heartless names, because at a point I was just listing them off. Number 2. Which of these Heartless below does not appear in base BBS? Neo Shadow, Dark Figure, Ansem's Guardian, Shadow, or Dark Side? I think I fucked this up. I did. Oh, man. Yeah, I was, trying to figure out, because I always forget, like, what is in Vanilla and what's in Final Mix with BBS. The whole secret episode. Oh, yeah, because Neo Shadows are in the Ventus scene, with Xehanort in the graveyard, the flashback. So, and then Shadows you fight in the Dark World in Final Mix. One shit kill. Thank you for the sub there. Obviously, you'll see the Guardian with the Terranort of it all. And then Darksides appear in the ending cutscenes, right? Which I guess I thought, because that's what I voted for. So I guess I thought that was Final Mix. Yeah, One Shit Kill is a great name. Okay. Yeah, the Feckless Neophyte scene, the Neo Shadows. Alright, moving on. Number 3. What's this fella called? Crescendo, Loud Trumpet, Loudmouth, or Flare Note? And yes, I do know. This could be a little tricky. I really hope that this, I really hope this is marked correctly, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. They are silly little guys. Okay. Yes, those are both acceptable answers. They are Crescendos in Cage 2, and then they are Loudmouths in Days and... they're actually Crescendos in 2 and Com and Recom, and then Loudmouths in Days and Melmem. And these... I know Flare Note is a Days Fire variant, and I don't know if Loud Trumpet is real or not. Probably, maybe. Maybe it's a Union Cross. But yeah, these are both acceptable. I think it's now Loudmouth, like that's what they have used most recently. I won't say, because there's another Heartless that's kind of like that later on, but it might be a question. Number 4. Nutslock. Ooh, gosh, I have no idea. I know what this is asking, but... like, I know what I should be thinking of, but to count them all up would be impossible in this amount of time. Excluding Mushroom 13, how many new Heartless were added to 2FM? 15, 12, 8, or 13? I'm guessing all of these are going to be in the Count of Remembrance. Ah! I said 13, just because. Funny number. So there's, like, the Mad Rides, there's the Befuddlers, there's the Hookbats, there's the Lance Warriors, the Aerial Vikings, the Reckless, there's, like, a Prismel that they add. I was never going to get to 12, though, by actually trying to think it through, so there you go. Number 5. Oh, there, Chain's got him. Thank you, Chain. Which Heartless must be killed by using healing items? I don't think I've ever seen this, is this like a... did you make this JTD, or is this like a graphic somewhere? Because, like, all the individual things I may have seen, it looked like Recom, sprites or graphics, but that's neat. Trick Ghost, Pink Agaricus, Grand Ghost, or Vitality Popcat. Yeah, that is the Grand Ghost, that is the KH1 FM exclusive Heartless that appears in the Monstro, Bowels after... or is it the stomach? After the Parasite Cage 2 fight, you have to throw healing items on it. And it depends on what you throw on it that determines your rewards. If you throw like a Mega Elixir, you'll probably get like 2 Frost Stones, I think is the one it drops. Not the bowels! Alright, let's check in at 5. We got Watcher, TT64, Opal, Owls, and Technomancer. Number 6. Trick Ghost. I just saw these. The Trick Ghost main color is white in base cage 2. What is its main color in 2FM? Purple, it doesn't change color. Blue or green? I just saw these in the Pete fight in Olympus, and I want to say that they turn green. They do. I think it does have, so there's a purple Ghost variant, a Final Mix Cavern variant, which Shane just listed. It's called the Magic Phantom, and those are purple, but they are original to Final Mix. This is the OG Trick Ghost color, and then it changes to green for Final Mix. Alright, number 7. In which game did this Heartless debut? Cage 2, Cage 1, Chain of Memories, or Days? I do know this one. In fact, I also showed footage of it in this most recent video. That's right, Chain. That is, in fact, a Chain of Memories debut. It does reappear in 2, but it's one of 3 new Heartless in Chain of Memories, along with the Creeper Plant and the Crescendo. And this guy's called the Tornado Step. And I showed it off because I was saying, like, well, Sora didn't kill any of these guys in KH1, and he ends up killing them in Floors of his Memories in Calm, but, you know, Naminé just invented them, made them up. It's in both GBA and Recom, all those 3 Heartless I just listed. Number 8. Oh, jeez. Okay. How many times do you fight Darkseid and its variations, like the Dark Follower, throughout KH as part of the main story? Optional bosses and raid. Oh, fuck. 18? 18? That can't be right, man. What? Okay, so let me count them up for you, because I got to 9, and I was 1 over, so I went to 11, assuming I forgot some. Okay, so here we go. 3 in KH1. You got Dive to the Heart, Destiny Islands, End of the World. You got 2 in Chain of Memories with Sora and with Riku. You got Days. I remembered the Dark Follower. Darkseid and Dark Follower in Days. So that was the one that I forgot. So 2 in Days at least. There might be more. In fact, I don't know. I did all the missions. I don't really remember fighting more than 2. There was the one in Code. I did remember that one. And then there's 2 and 3, which is Tutorial, Dive to the Heart, and the Scala Kyrie one. So I actually got to 10. So what is... Oh, 0.2, of course. Of course, I forgot all about them. There's 2 encoded. 3 and 3? What's the third one in 3 that I'm forgetting? Yeah, 0.2 has... And they're right in the picture, and I forgot about all of them. It's PJ. PJ correcting a very obvious thing for me. So, how many are there? So wait, is there a third one in 3? What am I forgetting in 3? Because I ranked 2 of them in the Cage 3. Okay, there's 2 and 3. And then coded there's 2, 5 and 0.2. Wow. Damn, I thought I really had it by counting them up, but I totally forgot. This picture from 0.2. Yeah.
This man speaks nonsense.
Alright, let's see. Who got it? Who was the one person who got this? It's Zai. Nobody's Zai. Good job. You're not dressed correctly for the Blooket. You're a nobody. You don't even exist. Number 9. Oh. I like how it's like the toughest question and then the chillest question. Which Heartless is named after a person as part of a contest? Orcus, Ansem, Kurt Zisa, or Luna Bandit? Yeah, my birth certificate says Luna Bandit. It's not the worst name. It is Kurt Zisa. He's from Medford, New York. Please don't bother him. Please don't bother him on Facebook. Every time we talk about Kurt Zisa, please don't bother Kurt, okay? He's just living his life. He has kids. Alright, leave him alone. It'd be funny if Ansem was named after a contest winner, though. Number 10. Ooh, I would think... What Heartless has the lowest amount of health? Puffball, Dark Inferno, Shadow, or Creepworm? Weak! Weak! I love this, like... This is, like, the same background and font when, like your grandma's friend says happy birthday to you on Facebook. Like, you always get that in the comments, and it's, like, moving for no reason. Like, it's a GIF for no reason. Alright, yeah, Creepworms, they're, like, one-hit kills in Days. Those are the ones that are running around Halloween Town in Days. Dark Inferno is obviously has a lot of health. And I did slaughter a lot of Puffballs and Shadows during this project, so they are also pretty weak. Alright, checking in at 10. Let's see. We got me, Watcher, Jasparg, Opal, and Sir Orin. Looks like there was a tie there. Number 11. Who dis? Defender, Eliminator, Devastator, or Reversed Defender? He read. Hate. I do know this, actually. At least I think I do. Bow. Bow. He is the Eliminator, which is a variant of the Defender. This is a recoded guy, which I did not see during my playthrough. I'm assuming Eliminator. I hardly know her. And then Devastator are the big purple guys from Space Paranoids, and they do have a red variant in Cavern called the Reckless. And then, I don't know if this is real or not, Reverse Defender. But there you go. Number 12. I would think it's this one. If you recognize the scene, you should know what this Dark Sora is called. Sora's Heartless, Anti-Form, Shadow Sora, or Anti-Sora. I can parse out what all of these are. It's very dumb. It's very stupid, but I will explain them. Yeah. Rokudamia3, thank you for the follow there. Yeah, so that's Sora's Heartless as it appears in Recoded. You could also apply that to, like, the shadow that you are in Hollow Bastion in KH1. Anti-Form is what Sora turns into in KH2 and as a dry form. Shadow Sora, at least if we're going by, like, the in-game text or, like, the strategy guides or whatever, Shadow Sora are the ones that Riku summons at the beginning of Neverland, and they're the ones that, like, dance around and kick you, and they'll disappear. And they'll be gone after the Anti-Sora fight, which is the one you fight in the Captain's Cabin, the one that has the Keyblade. Shadow Sora has no Keyblade. And then Rage Form is what you turn into in KH3. So there's really, Presto hates it, there's really, sorry for the bonk, like 5 Dark Sora variants, and they're all named pretty similarly, but there you go. Number 13. God, I always, there's so many. Who is she? Clay armor, large armor, land armor, or solid armor? These are all large body variants. I believe they're all real, and they're all days. Yeah! Yeah! Damn it. Yeah, I was, this is almost pretty evenly split here. Yeah, they're all real. I feel like they appear in, like, Agrabah a lot, and Twilight Town sometimes. Spiders, thank you for gifting a sub, your 9th, to Jimmy Johns 343. Thank you so much, Spiders. Yeah, this is tough. I would never get this unless I studied beforehand, because they're all basically the same, the large body variants. Number 14. In both. Okay, right. Which Heartless does not have a journal entry in both KH1 and 1FM? Gigas Shadow, Bit Sniper, Stealth Army, or Red Armor? Some journal data. I should use that more. I don't know why I never used that. I could use that for this last video. Yeah, so the Bit Sniper is something that, I don't know, it's not showing me the check on here. It's something that does appear in both versions. It's the one that Ansem summons in the World of Chaos fight, but because you're at the point of no return, there's no time for Jiminy to note that down and for you to look at it. These 3 things here are all Final Mix exclusive, I think. Red Armor, I feel like, might be an original, but doesn't have an entry, but it does have one in Final Mix, maybe. These are the Wonderland guys, and these are the Stealth Sneak variants in the Coliseum Cups. Alright, 15. I do know this. I talked about this in a 90 Facts video. It might be the first one, the KH1 90 Facts. What is written on the Invisible's blade? Invisible, power up, darkness, or hardcore? If you know Japanese, this will be easy. Someone forgot. Yeah, it is hardcore. The Invisible is hardcore as fuck. Really cool stuff. Alright, checking in. It's impossible. Let's see. We got Sir Orin, me, Watcher, Opal, and Scylla Blossom, number 16. Okay, I had to think about that. In 0.2, there are 3 elemental core Heartless introduced. Which elements are they? Earth, Flame, Air, Water, Earth, Flame, Air, Water, Earth, or Flame, Air, Water? Everything changed when the Aqua Nation attacked. It is Water, Earth, Flame. They all do return for KH3. Yeah, I think in this video, I'm able to spare all of the water cores, but you do have to kill these 2. The Earth ones are the ones that turn into the big Sand Snake guys as well. You can throw Goofy into for an insta-kill. Number 17. Ooh, I actually don't... I'm guessing it's... this? What's the name of the Heartless that chases you around Broken Highway and Ancient Highway in KH2? Hunter, Omega, Reaper's Wheel, or Tire Blade? Oh, yeah, I got it. Just by process of elimination, I think. Yeah. So that's the Reaper's Wheel. The Hunter is, like, the kind of, like, spidery-looking one that can, like drill or, like, grab you. The Omegas are, late game at KH1 Heartless. They have, like, the black and white and the red and black variants when you're flying to End of the World. And then Tire Blades are, the guys that appear in, San Francisco. They're, like, the purple guys with little wheels on the side. So there you go. Number 18. Oh, I did spoil this earlier. I apologize. This will be a memory test. Say my name. Devastator, the Corrupted, Reckless, or Destroyer? Now I feel like I'm actually not sure, though. I feel like I may have fucked it up anyway. I'm almost positive I got it. But, yep, there you go. It is the Reckless. The Devastator is the purple base game original version of this in Space Paranoids. This guy appears in Cavern of Remembrance. The Corrupted is the name of a song that plays during a lot of Heartless fights in KH2. And then I feel like Destroyer is something... oh yeah, that's like, it's like a surveillance robot variant, I think. Because I remember making a pun about that in the Days ranking, where Sykes is like, Destroyer, that's what I've been saying. Alright, number 19. Okay. I would think there. Mushroom number 10 is found in what world? Twilight Town, Agrabah, Timeless River, or Port Royal? If this is here to bait me, then good job. I'll be really upset. 10, right? Yeah, okay. Because he's the Luxord one. Luxord goes to Port Royal, so does Mushroom number 10. That's the one in the cave. They have to... it's like the Black Ballot from KH1, where we have to remember which one it is after it shuffles around. So there you go. Whew, I was worried that I biffed that. Alright, number 20. I believe it's this one. Which track plays during the Dark Thorn battle? Dance of the Daring, Sinister Shadows, Desire for All That Is Lost, or Dance to the Death? I think I know where all of these play. Hopefully I got it. Nice. Desire for All That Is Lost also plays during the Pete fight in Timeless River. Sinister Shadows, I think, is Thousand Heartless. Dance to the Death, I think, is that like the Minute Bombs and Shadows in Disney Castle, maybe? And then Dance to the Daring is the Beast Castle battle theme outside of the bosses. I always get the Dance to the Death, and there's like Fight to the Death. And I think Fight to the Death is the Xemnas one, maybe? Not sure. Let's check in at 20. We got... It's me, it's Sir Orin, it's Scylla Blossom, it's Watcher, and it's Opal. 21. Oh. I almost pressed the wrong one. If you know, you know. What's his name? Keynode, Patrick Presto, Platinum Presto or Platinum Presto? It's Keynote! Oh my god, it's Keynote. I'm gonna love if somebody answered Keynote. I'll love you forever. Oh, come on. Yeah. It'd be so funny. Like, I just heard Pat talk about Keynote before. I'm assuming it's the little guy on his microphone. That is the Platinum Presto. I did almost hit Platinum Presto, but there you go. Almost Orbit says, Pet the Presto. How could I not? And TL Opal, thank you for the 2 months there. I got another pet. All right. Number 22. One shit kill. This poor man, who's totally not the Master of Masters, turns into which Heartless? Shadow, Guard Armor, Soldier, or Air Soldier? That's my boy Travis Town, baby! Mr. Travis Town. I don't know who started spelling Town with the E for his name, but I love that. Because I've always just called him Travis, or Travis Town, but someone started adding an E. That's right, he turns into a soldier. He gets chased when you're entering the 2nd district the first time, and he falls over. His heart disappears, turns into a soldier. It's very sad. 23. Travis touchdown. Travis touchdown. I think it's this one. Which of these tracks are the one used for Heartless boss battles in Chain of Memories? Struggle Away, Fight for My Friends, or Fight and Away? I think I know where all of these play after thinking about it. Bow, bow. Yes, Struggle Away. Fight and Away is a Days debut. You'll hear that during, like, Ruler of the Skies, I believe. Fight for My Friends is what they use for Disney bosses like Genie Jafar in Chain of Memories. So Struggle Away you'll hear for, like, Parasite Cage or Trickmaster, stuff like that. I can't think of how it goes, though, if I try to hear it with my inner ear. Alright, 24. Ooh. In Cage 2 FM, the Magnum Loader is red, but what color did it have in base Cage 2? Green, yellow, red in both versions, or blue? The colors all do not match the button background, so be careful. Yeah. The ones that you fight outside of the light cycle are red in both versions, but I believe both versions do have colors of these variants, or variants of these colors, in the actual light cycle minigame. They all have, like, their little gimmick, like rock, paper, scissors, but the non-red ones don't appear outside of that minigame. And 25... that would be this one. Which of these Cage 1 Heartless does not return for Chain of Memories? Sheltering Zone, Bouncy Wild, Black Fungus, or Green Requiem? I definitely know this. Yep. It is the Sheltering Zone. That is the big jellyfish guy in Atlantica. You get the sea neons, which the Sheltering Zones will explode into once you fight them or lower their HP enough. But they don't have the big ones in Calm. Bouncy Wilds do appear. They are only in Olympus Coliseum. Black Fungus, you have to open up a specific Black Fungus room to get them, and the Green Requiems do appear throughout the worlds. So, there you go. Let's see. I think I did pretty well. We got Syllablossom in 3rd, Sir Orin in 2nd, and you hate when the streamer wins. Presto Pat in 1st. I did spend, like, the last half month of my life with the Heartless, so that makes sense. I was, like, the closest I could get to being Anthem Secret Darkness in real life. I delved into the darkness with the Heartless for many, many days. In 4th, we have Opal. In 5th, we have Jasparg. Jasparg! It's a pirate name. And in 6th, it's Daybreak. In 7th, it's Watcher. And also in 7th, it's TT64SP. And in 8th, Just James. In 9th, Starwolf. And in 10th, it's Chana. There you go. JTD, I loved that. I thought that was an awesome trivia. It wasn't too tough, wasn't too easy. There were some things that we learned. Very fun questions. And I'm not just saying that because I won. All right, let's check the percentage. I'll say like 49%. 52. All right. Let's do the hurdle. Also, everyone say thank you to JTD. That was their first Blooket, and they knocked it out of the park. I'll also tell you what we have coming up on the schedule here. On Tuesday at 6, before our return to normal Cage 1 in Atlantica, we have Cage Trophy Trivia by Zach. This will be interesting. If you remember when Zach did trivia not too long ago, I think it was... What was the name of that one that Zach did? It was called, oh, the Super Bosses trivia. So Zach occasionally had questions about like which trophy is more commonly earned on PSN. Is it the one where you get it for beating all the data fights, or the one that you get for doing all the easy code achievements? So I think that those will all be questions like that. So I'm looking forward to that one. And then we have trivia about Ultima and Omega Weapon by Just James. That'll be Thursday at 6. And then a week from today, Saturday at 4, is Complete the Cage quote by Just James. You'll be given a quote, and I think you actually have to, if I remember, James, if you're here, you have to type in the answer instead of actually clicking an option. So that should be pretty fun and maybe a bit difficult. But I am Cage quote trash, so I'm looking forward to that one as well. That is our week in Blooket. All right, there you go, Just James. Let's do the hurdle.
What is this question?
What is the prismatic melody family dynamic like? Who does Presto hang out with? That you're just asking me like what's my dynamic like with with my circle? You're just asking me because it's just a reflection of the owners of the Heartless Sonas. You know, next stream is, did I say tomorrow? No, Tuesday. Next stream will be Tuesday. Like it'll be like Kino, Kino, David, PJ, Jane. If I start listing everybody, everyone will start to get I don't want to like leave people out, but I can go on and on. Let's do the hurdle. Bum 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 bum. So it's 13th. Not struggle. It's either reflection or dilemma. It's the. This is absent silhouette. So I think it's reflection. I think dilemma is what plays during the main game. 13th reflection. If it's saying dilemma Zigbar, then it must be. So it's got to be reflection. Yeah. So struggle for the solo fights, dilemma for the fights where you have party members, and reflection for absent silhouettes. That's the key. That's how you remember. All right, folks, we are moving on to the Pokemon Emerald Nuzlocke. I'm very excited. I'm very scared. What should my starter be? All that and more if you stick around. But I'll end the VOD here. Bye, VOD people.